I don't give a damn when LeBron James found out that the trade is coming down because Nico called Rob and they went out to dinner in Dallas and ultimately got Genie and Dallas ownership. I don't care about all of that. What I care about is that this brother Luka Dončić got an attitude.
The NBA spent years hoping this version of Luka Dončić would never materialize. Too late. Earlier this season against the Spurs, everyone expected Victor Wembanyama to dominate defensively. Instead, it was Luka who stole the show. 5 steals, 2 blocks, 35 points, 13 assists, 9 rebounds, and a 118-116 victory over San Antonio. He wasn't just putting up numbers on offense. He was shutting down Wembanyama's teammates, intercepting passes and threading assists through double teams. This is the nightmare scenario the league dreaded. Elite scoring combined with elite two-way play. But this wasn't supposed to happen. The player dominating the NBA right now isn't the same Luka Dončić who entered the league 6 years ago. To understand why this version terrifies every team in the NBA, we need to go back to where it all started. When Luka Dončić arrived in the NBA in 2018, he was already different from your typical 19-year-old rookie. This wasn't some unproven kid from college. Luka had conquered Europe, Real Madrid MVP at 18, EuroLeague champion and Final Four MVP at 19. He'd accomplished things overseas that American prospects could only imagine. Then came draft night. The Atlanta Hawks select Luka Dončić. Atlanta took him 3rd overall and immediately flipped him to Dallas for Trae Young and a future first-round pick. Some called it a gamble. History would prove them right, just not the way they expected. Rookie season, Luka averaged 21.2 points, 7.8 rebounds, and 6 assists. Rookie of the year. He wasn't adjusting to the NBA, he was dominating it from day one. But even as he put up those numbers, whispers started circulating around the league. Imagine if he ever gets in shape. What if he actually commits on defense? Here's what made Luka uniquely dangerous from the beginning. Offensive versatility. The kid could score from anywhere. Step-back threes, driving layups, floaters in traffic, post-ups against smaller guards. Pick your poison. Court vision. His passing IQ matched seasoned veterans. He saw plays developing 3 steps ahead, delivering passes through windows that shouldn't exist. Basketball IQ. At just 19, Luka played with championship-level composure. No panic under pressure, just control. The clutch gene. Ice in his veins. Big moments didn't shake him, they energized him. The physical package. 6'7" with elite guard skills. That combination is a defensive coordinator's nightmare. The NBA realized the terrifying possibility. If Luka ever became the complete player, nobody would be able to stop him. He'd have Magic's size and passing, Dirk's scoring touch, and Harden's offensive burden all in one package. But there were weaknesses. The conditioning concerns were legitimate. Luka carried extra weight and looked sluggish getting back on defense. Opponents targeted him relentlessly in the playoffs. Sometimes he'd coast through possessions, taking plays off, and unlike explosive athletes like Westbrook, Luka's game was built on skill rather than raw athleticism. The league held on to hope. Maybe Luka stays comfortable. Maybe he's talented enough to flirt with greatness but never seize the throne. Maybe we dodged a bullet. For years, it seemed like that's exactly what would happen. Luka was brilliant, but those cracks remained visible. Then came 2024, and everything shifted, not because of what Luka did, but because of what was done to him. The 2024 NBA Finals, Luka and Dallas facing Boston. He put up 29.2 points, 8.8 rebounds, and 5.6 assists, one of the greatest finals performances in recent memory. They lost in 5 games. The criticism came immediately. ESPN ran segments questioning his conditioning. He's gassed by the 4th quarter. Analysts hammered his defense. The Celtics hunted him every single possession. The narrative solidified. Luka can't be the best player on a championship team. Not like this. Then came February 2nd, 2025, the trade that shook the basketball world. Dallas trades Luka Dončić, Maxi Kleber, and Markieff Morris to the Lakers for Anthony Davis, Max Christie, and a 2029 first-round pick. The Mavericks traded their franchise cornerstone. Nico Harrison's explanation: defense wins championships. Luka was blindsided, didn't know until the deal was done, traded mid-season like a role player, not a superstar who'd carried their team to the finals just months earlier. The disrespect continued. He finished the 2024-25 season with the Lakers, adjusting to a new system mid-year. When the offseason arrived, the criticism intensified. MVP voting, still no hardware. Jokic deserved it. Giannis deserved it. Sure, Luka made All-NBA first team, but never the absolute best. The media hammered the same talking points. He needs to lose weight. Questions about whether European players were mentally tough enough. The comparison stung. Tatum had his ring, SGA just won his, Giannis had multiple MVPs and a championship. What did Luka have? A trade saying his own team didn't believe in him. Summer 2025. An analyst on national television said, Luka is a Hall of Fame talent with a good, not great mentality. He'll never win unless he changes everything. That was the breaking point. That offseason, Luka made a decision: become undeniable. He hired specialists, NBA conditioning coaches, nutrition experts. He committed to intermittent fasting with zero excuses. Added a strength coach working him twice a day, 6 days a week, building core strength, lateral quickness, and endurance. The goal? Become explosive. He brought in a defensive coordinator to obsessively study film, hours watching elite two-way players, learning to become a weapon on both ends. Teammates noticed the transformation immediately. Kyrie Irving, I've never seen him like this. Jason Kidd, this is a different person. Luka showed up to Media Day visibly transformed, leaner, more defined, moving with a newfound quickness. When asked about his transformation, I got tired of hearing what I couldn't do. The NBA dismissed it as typical offseason work, but this wasn't just talk. This was war. What nobody realized, Luka wasn't just improving, he was systematically eliminating every excuse, every criticism, every doubt. When the season started, the league's nightmare scenario had officially begun. Opening night, when Luka stepped on the court, everyone could see it. He dropped 20 pounds, leaner, more defined, moving with an explosiveness nobody had seen from him before. Defenders who used to stay in front were getting torched on first steps. He was blowing past guys, getting to his spots faster, looking genuinely explosive for the first time in his career. The stamina difference showed up in the numbers. Last season, Luka's fourth quarter scoring dipped to 6.2 points on 41% shooting. This season, 9.8 points on 48% shooting. He's not fading anymore. He's finishing strong. But here's where it gets truly scary: the defensive awakening. Last season with Dallas before the trade, Luka averaged 1.4 steals per game but remained a defensive target. This season with the Lakers, he's averaging 2 steals through 9 games. He's diving for loose balls, taking charges, jumping passing lanes. The effort is there every possession. The on-ball defense has completely transformed. He's no longer a liability. Teams can't hunt him anymore. They can't exploit him on switches. In that Spurs game, he had 5 steals and 2 blocks while guarding multiple positions. Marcus Smart, a former Defensive Player of the Year, couldn't believe it. Luka, 5 steals, 2 blocks, baby. I see you. DPOY, baby. The weakness has been erased. Mentally, Luka evolved too. His leadership has changed, more vocal, commanding teammates with real authority. Technical fouls dropped from 12 down to just 3. He's channeling that competitive fire into focus instead of frustration. The clutch gene that was always there, it's amplified now. In games within 5 points in the final 5 minutes, Luka's averaging 7.3 points on 52% shooting. His elite skills got even sharper. 3-point shooting jumped from 37.4% to 41.2%. Mid-range efficiency climbed to 48.7%. He's getting to the free throw line 9.2 times per game, up from 7.1. Every weapon in his offensive arsenal is more lethal. His passing has become more dangerous, averaging 9.5 assists with just 2.7 turnovers, making reads that only a handful of players in the world can see. Through his first 5 games, Luka totaled 200 points, 55 rebounds, and 46 assists. He became the first player in history to start a season averaging at least 40 points, 5 rebounds, and 5 assists through 5 games. His actual averages through 9 games, 40 points, 11 rebounds, and 9.2 assists on 50% shooting. Career-high efficiency with career-high volume. A usage rate of 36.2% while maintaining elite efficiency. Only 5 players in NBA history have done that, and 4 won MVP.
He's on pace to join Oscar Robertson and Russell Westbrook as the only players to average a 40-point near triple-double for an entire season. The transformation is complete. Every weakness eliminated, every strength enhanced. What's terrifying the NBA isn't just that Luka got better, it's what he's doing with it. Night after night, proving exactly what happens when you give a generational talent real motivation. Now, let's talk about the damage. October 22nd, 2025, opening night, Golden State Warriors. Luka's first game of the new season in Lakers purple and gold. 43 points, 12 rebounds, 9 assists in a 119-109 loss. He wasn't easing into the season, he was making a statement. 3 days later against the Minnesota Timberwolves, he followed up with 49 points, 11 rebounds, and 8 assists in a 128-110 victory. 92 points in his first 2 games as a Laker, shattering the franchise record, surpassing Jerry West's 81 points back in 1969. It also pushed Luka past Michael Jordan for the 4th most points in the first 2 games of a season in NBA history. But he wasn't finished. November 1st against the Memphis Grizzlies, 44 points, 12 rebounds, 6 assists in a 117-112 win. 3 straight 40-point games to open the season. The only other player in NBA history to do that? Wilt Chamberlain. Then came the game that made everyone realize this wasn't just a hot start. November 6th, San Antonio Spurs. Victor Wembanyama on the floor, one of the best defensive players in basketball. He put up 35 points, 13 assists, 9 rebounds, 5 steals, and 2 blocks in a 118-116 victory. That stat line had never been recorded by a Laker in a regular season game, ever. Not Kobe, not Magic, not Kareem, not LeBron. Luka was the first. Through his first 5 games, Luka totaled 200 points. He either scored or assisted on 311 total points, the most by any player to open a season in NBA history. That number separates him from everyone else. And here's why nobody can stop him. The step-back 3. It's always been his signature move, but now defenders can't give him any space. He's creating separation quicker, releasing faster, and draining them from 30 feet out. The drive game, that weight he lost, that quickness he gained, it changed everything. He's blown by defenders who used to contain him, finishing through contact at an elite level and getting to the free throw line 9+ times per game. The playmaking, nearly 10 assists per game with turnovers down. His teammates are shooting higher percentages when he passes them the ball. He's making everyone around him better while carrying the offensive load. The clutch factor. In tight games late in the 4th quarter, Luka is ice cold. Big moments don't faze him, they fuel him. But here's what the NBA truly feared: the two-way impact. Elite offense combined with engaged, locked-in defense. That's the formula that breaks the league. Luka isn't just dropping 40 a night. He's getting stops, forcing turnovers, switching on to guards and wings without being hunted. He can dominate a game without scoring 40 because his playmaking and defense fill the gaps. That's what makes him impossible to game plan for. The Lakers are 11-4 right now, 3rd in the Western Conference behind the defending champion Thunder. And that's despite Luka missing 4 games early in the season, despite LeBron James not playing yet due to sciatica, despite Austin Reeves missing games with a groin injury. As long as Luka keeps playing like this, the Lakers aren't just staying afloat, they're winning. Teams have tried everything. Double teams as soon as he crosses half court, physical defense trying to wear him down, switching schemes to confuse him. Nothing works. There is no answer. After that Spurs game, J.J. Redick, the Lakers head coach, said it perfectly. To have 5 steals and 2 blocks on a night when you're in foul trouble, still staying active like that, there was nothing lacking. He still guarded, and that was huge. So where does this leave us? With a player the NBA spent years hoping would never reach his ceiling. A player who took every doubt, every slight, every criticism, and turned it into fuel. The league's fear isn't just realized, it's living and breathing and dropping 40-point near triple-doubles like it's routine. Luka Dončić is playing at MVP level, period. The transformation is complete. The NBA's nightmare is fully awake. 40 points, 11 rebounds, 9 assists on 50% shooting while playing elite defense. That's not just great, that's terrifying. And here's the scary part. He's only 26 years old. This isn't his peak. This is the beginning of his prime. The league that hoped Luka would never become this, they're out of answers and out of time. We're watching a legacy being built in real time. The NBA feared this version of Luka Dončić. Now, they have to live with it. If you think Luka's just getting started, hit that like button. Subscribe so you don't miss what comes next. And drop a comment. Is Luka already the best player in the NBA? The NBA's worst nightmare is here, and he's just getting started.